The GigaChad Triton 6.8-liter V10 in my RV needs a new belt tensioner as far as I can tell. This is because while driving, I can hear a belt squeaking, which either means a bad serpentine belt or a bad belt tensioner. If you're going to do this work, you should probably replace both, but you can exercise a judgment call on whether or not your belt needs replacing by inspecting it. I'll get to that later. To start, I removed 2 of the 4 bolts holding the air intake in place using a 5/16" socket. Then I loosened the hose clamp, disconnected the connector to what I believe is the mass airflow sensor, and removed the snorkel looking thing by twisting it off. But the air intake isn't free yet. There are 2 hidden bolts beneath this plastic cover. To remove the plastic cover, I first loosened all the screws with a Phillips, then I used a trim pry bar to remove them the rest of the way. Using this tool helps avoid clip breakage. With the plastic removed, I used the same 5/16" socket for the 2 remaining bolts, and the air intake was free. This air filter was chock full of gunga, so I replaced it as well. Now it's time to get to the belt tensioner. You can see it just below this idler pulley. It is held by 3 bolts, but before that we need to remove the belt. I would suggest taking pictures so you know how it's routed, but at the same time, the serpentine belt in this engine has such a bizarre and confusing path that you probably will hardly know what you're looking at. Perhaps a Ford interpretive art installation. Instead, a routing diagram will be of much greater help. To get the belt off, you'll need a breaker bar with a 1/2" drive head because the belt tensioner has this handy little slot here which you can insert the drive head into, then use the breaker bar as leverage to detension the belt. This is easier said than done because you'll need a breaker bar with a fairly low profile. In my collection that meant a smaller breaker bar but not nearly enough length to get leverage. Here I used a pipe for that extra torque. I used one hand on the breaker to loosen the belt and used my other to get the belt off of the alternator. If I had a third arm, I would have filmed it too. Then I removed the belt. A bit of a puzzle to be sure, but I started with the pulley on the AC compressor, which is just to the left and below the tensioner, and snaked it out from everywhere else. Upon inspection, I decided not to replace the belt. It had only seen about 25,000 miles and was showing no signs of fraying, cracking, or gouging. I also used this opportunity to check on the bearings of the idler pulley. Yours may have 2 of these, one on each side of the engine. To remove the old tensioner, I used a 10mm socket. This is where my cordless ratcheting driver really shined and made my life easier. Try not to lose the bolts like I did. But if they did fall, a very likely and hard to see place would be the fan shroud. I actually had to remove a few bolts out of the fan shroud to be able to spot them. Anywho, the old tensioner that the Ford came with seemed to have a bit of resistance with the unbranded Chinesium bearing. I don't know if that's what was causing the squeaking, or if the spring inside this tensioner became fatigued, but either way, here's the new one I purchased from Gates. It did not come with any bolts, so it's important not to lose any. Additionally, it seems higher quality and used a C&U bearing, which is a nice touch. I installed the tensioner and torqued the bolts to 18.4 foot-pounds. Routing the serpentine is like trying to use a limp noodle to crochet a sweater, so just take your time. First, I bunched the belt like this, squeezed it through the space between this idler pulley and the tensioner, then looped it around the AC pulley. Throughout all this, I have my masterfully drawn rendition of the diagram on a sticky note for reference. Then I looped it around the water pump pulley, and yes, there are points at which the backside of the belt is wrapped around the pulley. Then I routed it around the power steering pump pulley by going underneath the RV on a creeper, and lastly, I once again used my breaker bar to create slack in the belt, and used my other hand to loop it around the alternator pulley. This is a good time to double check and make sure the belt is everywhere it's supposed to be and sitting snugly on all the pulleys. I then installed the air intake back in using the 4 bolts, reconnected the sensor, and tightened the clamp. Then I replaced the plastic and twisted the snorkel back on. With this, everything was back in one piece, and I started the engine. No squeaks here. I'll report a longer term update in my pinned comment and in the description. Until next time, thank you for watching.